wears the crown in the NBA right now?
Giannis is the best in the world. He's. I don't know how you can refute it. I mean, even his last 10 games, dude's averaging 36 and 12, over at close to 60% shooting from the field. Even if you want to diminish the championship that he had last year, as people always try to do, 50 points, 16 rebounds in Game 6 where he closes it out. He's been dominant this year once again. His team, and they want the number 1 seed. Like, last night, there was footage, Key, after the game was over because he broke the scoring title for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Bucks
Milwaukee
all-time
Bucks
scorer,
history,
yeah.
right? Milwaukee Bucks all-time leading scorer. And they handed him the ball, and there was no celebration on my man's face. Like, think about it. Like, you achieve certain accolades, and you're like, oh, this is dope. I got my first triple-double. Chicago Bulls history. It's like, yeah, we had lost like 20 games. It didn't matter. I got my first triple-double, right? Chicago Bulls history since Michael Jordan. Yeah, but my man did not celebrate. He's an animal. There's something about him where he's always coming. And my thing is, even if you look up to the matchups, I'm not saying he's more skilled than KD because KD is one of the most skilled players I've ever seen. And KD is still, we're talking upper echelon, but his dominance to me is starting to equate to best in the world.
Skill is a means to an end.
His dominance.
I don't care how you get it done, just get it done, right? Skill is a means to an end. No one more skilled than KD. And in my view, that means he's still the best, not just because of the skill, but because the efficacy, the effectiveness of the skill. But you can make an argument, and you could have made this argument last year after the finals, that Giannis is the number 1 player on earth, right? That the crown that LeBron used to hold undisputed for 10 years is now up for grabs, and you got Giannis ahead. You want to hear Giannis at the postgame presser, guys? On passing Kareem's franchise scoring record? Here's Giannis after the game.
Did not know about it, but it's good. It's good because I'm changing the narrative. You know, I don't want to be the guy only that dunks and runs. You know, I can, make a 3. But I want myself to stay humble. You know, I feel like the more humble I get and the more hungry I stay, the more things I can accomplish. You know, the more art I can create. Playing basketball is like creating art. So, and the more I can prolong my career. So I just got to keep staying humble, try to make my teammates great, win games, and good things like tonight going to happen.
Do you remember last year, Key?
Yeah.
When my man didn't want to go to the free throw line? Well, he did want to go to the free throw line. He kept going, but people would count to 13, 14, 15. It was a weakness in his game.
Yeah.
You don't see that this year at all.
No.
You see the way he was dancing on Andre Drummond at the end? Like, that kind of reminds you of KD to the degree. You're like, wait a second. You've added a step-back 3? You can shoot off the dribble now? This is where your game is ascending to?
The great thing about great players, Jay, is that when you're a great player and you know that people don't, just like Giannis just mentioned, changing the narrative, that people don't respect your game and they don't respect your ability. What you do is you just go in the dark and you work on it quietly by yourself or whoever you want to work with, and you come back and give them something more to hate on. And that's what he did. That's why he spoke on changing the narrative, because it's in the back of his little mind that people don't respect his game, regardless if he's won MVPs, he's won a championship, regardless. They still don't respect his game. So he remains humble in just doing that and going out and forcing you to respect his game.
Key Max, I want you guys to hear this and think about this for a second, because it's going to resonate with you and everybody else. Giannis is a better player now than he was when he won his 2 MVPs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, think about that.
Sure.
Like that, but it's not for sure.
No, I'm saying we all agree.
I know, but so many people, like, you achieve an MVP and you don't match that level that you were once at, or you slightly drop off. It's hard. Like, he is exponentially a better player.
Listen, his numbers are right. Team success is right there with Embiid, and his numbers are right there with Jokic. It's really a 3-horse race, or it ought to be. Jokic wins the straw poll, right? And he's going to win MVP. Oh, well, Embiid should win MVP. He just blocked Embiid literally at the end of the game to ice the game. He just got KD, put up better numbers in a win, right? Is he the MVP this year? Is it when all is said and done, is he going to win this thing?
Like I said to you before, I still have Jokic 1. I have Giannis 2. I have Embiid 3. But the opportunities that Giannis is getting right now on this type of stage is starting to make Giannis trend towards number one. And it's not just the block on Embiid. It's the fact that he had 40 and 16 in that game. He had 44 and 14 last night. They play the Clippers up next with Paul George coming back. Another massive game. A game against the Chicago Bulls. A game against the Boston Celtics. Big-time prime games.
DeRozan and Tatum.
I got him as the MVP, Jay, because his team is going further than anybody else's that was on your list that Max just rattled off. Those other two, and Embiid and Jokic, he's going further than them. And to me, that's what an MVP is all about. MVP, yeah, I guess it's regular season, whatever the numbers and all this and that. His game is just, it's different. It's a different game.
I'm with Key on this. Like, I know it's a regular season award. Bottom line is, now 10 out of 15 teams, 20 out of 30 teams in the league are playing after the regular season. You don't tell me an MVP is coming from a non-playoff team, right? Or non-play-in team. So now we're really talking about who's going to do what when the games really matter.
You mean during the playoffs? So it goes back to, like, you think the MVP should be a combination of both.
I do,
regular
but
season
I wanted
and
to
playoffs.
say one.
Jay, to me, Embiid sometimes disappears, and so does the Joker. They kind of disappear here and there. Giannis really doesn't disappear.
Asserts himself. Ever since they walled off against him in the playoffs when Kawhi and them got him, he has improved his outside shooting and his willingness to shoot from the outside. He has become a more complete player. And not only that, guys, you listen to the post-game sound. Is he the most likable? Like, is he the guy you'd want as your franchise player? Like, take all of sports in terms of who would you want to lead your franchise. Giannis is way up. If he's not at the top, man, he's close to it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.